Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers and updates tease that Monica Quartermain's Leslie Charlson death this week may pave the way for a redemption arc for Drew Cain, Cameron Matheson. The ruthless congressman has reached his lowest point with his despicable actions, and the majority of fans are eager to see him gone, yet he persists for some unknown reason. Many believe that Drew's time was running out after he was shot recently, raising questions about why the show would choose to keep him alive at this stage. Surely the ABC soap could effortlessly find another villain to take his place. So perhaps they decided to retain him because his character still has more captivating stories to unfold. Could one of these narratives lead to a path of redemption? Most GH fans feel that Drew has surpassed that possibility, but the writers might have something extraordinary planned. True, he seems to be written into a corner, but the only way out of a corner is to leave the way he came in. In other words, turn around. Drew and Monica used to share a very close bond. That was before Drew fell into a downward spiral. He betrayed the family by taking Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, away from Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, along with the chaos he stirred up regarding the Quartermain crypt. Not to mention the numerous other instances where Drew has let her and the entire Key family down. Recently, Drew struck back at Monica in the most vile manner, by preventing her granddaughter, Scout Quartermain, Cosette Abinant, from visiting her. This must have shattered Monica's heart in ways that words cannot fully capture, so when Drew learns of her passing, will he feel remorse for all his recent deeds? The news is set to shake Port Charles and likely prompt Drew to reconsider his recent actions. Change doesn't occur instantly, but will viewers witness the congressman gradually transforming back into the hero he used to be? Despite the tension between the Quartermains and Drew over the last year, it's quite improbable that they would prevent him from attending Monica's memorial to pay his final respects. He might even use Scout as a means to gain entry. However, once he arrives and comprehends that Monica is truly gone, could this be the catalyst for him to alter his behavior? General Hospital spoilers indicate that Drew can't possibly fall any further than he already has, pre-shooting. So will his mother's death inspire him to make a constructive change in his life? General Hospital has never shied away from shattering the hearts of its audience and pushing its beloved characters into emotional territory that changes the fabric of Port Charles forever. Right now, speculation is running wild that Drew Cain may finally embark on his long-awaited redemption arc. But it could come at the most devastating cost imaginable: the heartbreaking death of Monica Quartermain. Viewers who have followed GH for decades know Monica is the beating heart of the Quartermain family, a cornerstone of tradition, love, and resilience. But the show has also built its legacy on shocking losses and the fallout that reshapes every character connected to them. If Monica's story is approaching its final chapter, then Drew's arc could be the one most impacted, because it would push him into the kind of painful growth and soul-searching the character has needed for years. The question haunting fans is whether the writers would actually go there, and whether Monica's exit could serve as the emotional spark for Drew to truly face his demons and rebuild himself in a way that honors her legacy. For months, Drew's journey has felt directionless, filled with impulsive decisions, a streak of moral grayness, and constant tension with those he loves. While some fans have been frustrated with his portrayal, others see this as deliberate setup for a powerful redemption arc. Soap operas thrive on flawed heroes being tested and finding their way back into the light. And Drew is overdue for his chance to prove himself as not only a Quartermain, but also as a man who can carry responsibility and love with equal strength. Nothing forces a character to confront their failures and reevaluate their choices more than the death of someone who defines their identity. And Monica has always been the one figure who gave Drew unconditional acceptance. If she were to pass, her absence could shatter him, but also rebuild him in ways that would finally let him live up to the Quartermain name. The signs of foreshadowing are subtle but there. Monica has been mentioned in conversations more often recently, and in soap storytelling, this can often be a clue that something major is being planned. Characters reminiscing about her strength, her compassion, and her ability to hold the family together could be a prelude to a storyline where the Quatermains face life without their matriarch. GA has always honored legacy characters with stories that ripple across the entire canvas, and a Monica farewell would unquestionably be one of the most significant events in years. For Drew, the loss would be brutal. He has already struggled with identity crises, family estrangement, and his inability to fully embrace his place in the Quatermain dynasty. Monica was the one who tried to bridge those gaps, who welcomed him when others hesitated, and who gave him the reassurance that he was truly part of the family. To lose her would strip him of that safety net and leave him standing alone, forced to decide what kind of man he truly wants to be. This could ignite a redemption arc where Drew takes charge of the Quatermain family in ways no one expected, honoring Monica's memory by becoming a leader, a protector, and a man worthy of her pride. Imagine the fallout in Port Charles if Monica's death does happen. Ned would be devastated. Tracy would hide her grief behind harsh words. Brooke Lynn would crumble. And even Jason would be forced to confront the loss of the woman who always saw the best in him despite his dark choices. Drew stepping into that chaos could either fracture the family further or pull them together. For Drew's character, the choice would define him. He could continue down a destructive path, consumed by anger and regret, or he could rise above, proving himself as the son Monica always believed in. The redemption story writes itself: raw grief, messy mistakes, and ultimately a transformation that allows Drew to become a pillar of strength, just as Monica once was. From a narrative standpoint, Monica's death would also be a turning point for General Hospital itself. The Quatermains are central to the show's identity, and losing Monica would mark the end of an era. But soaps are about legacy as much as they are about loss. The baton must pass, and Drew could be the one to carry it. He has the military background, the resilience, and the blood ties to stand at the center of the family, but he has lacked the conviction. A redemption arc born from tragedy would give him that conviction and also allow GH to explore themes of grief, forgiveness, and growth in ways that resonate with fans on a deeply emotional level. Fans are already speculating about how such a storyline would unfold. Would Monica's death be sudden, perhaps a health crisis that no one saw coming, echoing the real-life fragility of life? Or would it be tied to a more dramatic twist, perhaps a medical storyline that plays out over weeks, giving the family time to rally around her and giving viewers the chance to say goodbye? Either way, Drew's role would be pivotal. He could be the one by her side in her final moments, receiving words of love and encouragement that set him on the path to change. He could be the one tasked with delivering her final wishes to the family, carrying a burden that forces him to grow up in an instant. Of course, redemption arcs are never straightforward. Even if Drew is inspired by Monica's loss, he will face obstacles. Old enemies, personal guilt, strained relationships with Sam, Carly, and others. All of these would test his resolve. But that is what makes a redemption arc compelling. It's not about a quick transformation. It's about the struggle, the setbacks, and the perseverance to rise again. Drew becoming a better man because of Monica would not be simple, but it would be powerful. The beauty of this potential storyline is how it connects past, present, and future. Monica's legacy would live on through Drew's actions. Fans who have watched her nurture, forgive, and love through decades of turmoil would see those qualities echoed in Drew as he tries to live up to her memory. It would also position him as a central player in the Quatermain storylines going forward, ensuring that the family remains at the heart of GH. Behind the scenes, there is also the bittersweet reality that Leslie Charlson, who has portrayed Monica for decades, has been largely absent from the screen in recent years due to health and scheduling. While fans always hope for her to appear, the writers may eventually decide to close Monica's chapter in a way that honors both the character and the actress. If that happens, tying it to Drew's arc would be a way to ensure Monica's presence remains felt even after her departure. The emotional impact of such a storyline would be massive. Viewers would grieve with the Quartermaines, reflect on Monica's countless contributions to the show, and at the same time watch Drew rise from the ashes of his grief to become the man he was always meant to be. Redemption born from tragedy is a soap staple, and few setups could be more poignant than this one. As speculation grows, one thing is certain. If GA does decide to write Monica's death and tie it to Drew's redemption, it will be one of the most talked about storylines in years. Fans will cry, argue, celebrate, and mourn, but they will also watch with rapt attention as Drew takes his place in the Quartermaine legacy. For now, the question remains unanswered, but the possibilities are endless. Will Monica's heartbreaking death be the catalyst that forces Drew to find his true self? Or is this just another rumor designed to keep us on edge? Whatever the truth, one thing is clear. General Hospital is about to change forever. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.